Dear students, welcome to online teaching series of second year intermediate on behalf of English Department, Government Postgraduate College, Satellite Town. I, Dr. Ismail Abbasi, welcome you all. As the book displayed before you shows English Book 2. So in this particular video, I'll cover the course content and will introduce you to your syllabus, as you have already covered book 1 and book 3 in your first year. Now you will be dealing with English book 2 as well as a novel, Goodbye Mr. Chips. So this particular book has 15 chapters, and these 15 chapters, as you could see, are displayed before you on the content page. 10 chapters are related to prose writings. Prose is a form of essay writing, and the remaining 5 chapters in the second part of the book belong to the series of heroes or biographies. Various known personalities are given due credit in this particular book, and their contribution in the field of science as well as in history has been shown. So your lecture in this particular year has two areas: one, textbook, and the remaining would be grammar section. So before going into the detail, let me display a question paper that annually students are asked to attempt, and this question paper carries 100 marks. In first section there are 20 marks, as you could see before you, that incorporate objective portion of your paper. First 10 marks would be of synonyms, words meanings that while reading the text, as you could see, are underlined before you. The second part B of objective portion of your paper would deal with prepositions that would carry 5 marks, whereas third part C, would also carry 5 marks, and that would incorporate correction of sentences. As we go down and we see that the second part of this paper has 80 marks in it, and that 80 marks are divided into two sections. First, students, you will be evaluated upon your knowledge and comprehension of the text, the two books, book 2 as well as Goodbye Mr. Chips. So book 2, first 10 chapters, these first 10 chapters, as you could see, that are displayed before you, starting from The Dying Sun till the 10th chapter, The Jewel of the World. These 10 chapters would incorporate 12 marks, whereas section 2 has 12 marks additional, and these 12 marks are from the second part of the book that is displayed before you. We call them personalities and heroes, or the biographies of historically known personalities. So these also have 12 marks in them, and while reading these texts, the teachers would introduce you to the possible questions that could be expected in your board papers. So question number 4 has 16 marks, and these 16 marks are distributed on the book that is displayed before you, and the name of the book is Goodbye Mr. Chips, and this is the genre of novel. As you know, novel is a kind of extended reading. Normally it is defined as a text in the form of narration having more than 50,000 words. Previously, you are familiar with the short stories in your book 1 in your first year, where you have seen how various stories one cover one particular incident, whereas this particular novel is a short novel that tell us about the personality of a teacher and tells us how a teacher's life has various phases and how a teacher goes through various kinds of transformation. So students, you will be tested from this book, and it will incorporate 16% of your overall paper. Then the next question will be writing an essay between 3 to 400 words on any of the given topic. 4 topics are given to you. As you could see, the paper displayed before you shows 4 topics. The first one is My Last Day at School. The second one, Science in Service of Mankind. The third one is Uses and Abuses of Mobile Phone. The fourth one is Visit to a Historical Place. So similarly, the topics could vary from, you could say, general factors, general knowledge, to your personal experiences, such as my last day at college is your personal experience, visit to a historical place is related to your personal experience. Similarly, science in the service of mankind and uses and abuses of mobile phone, these two are the topics from the field of science and technology. Other topics could roughly be from, you could say, such as terrorism, science in the service of mankind, begging, overpopulation, the importance of English language, my ambition in life, advantages of sports, responsibility of youth, Muslim world, a visit to a historical place, how to make Pakistan strong, technical education, democracy, traveling, unemployment, and the list goes on. You could take help in the coming lectures from your teachers in order to prepare these 15 marks that are essential while preparing your end-term paper. And you could see how the 15 marks, they also incorporate, you could say, a very well organized structure that is, a student is asked while while writing an essay. And the order of the essay normally that is displayed before you is outlines, followed follow the introduction. While in outline we introduce you the topic, then introduction introduces the topic, it introduces you to the background and the scope of the topic, and the body as well as conclusion. Normally introduction is 10% of the whole essay, while 80% of the material is or space is given to body, whereas the remaining 10% is given to the conclusion. As the slide that is displayed before you tells you that introduction incorporates general statements on broad topic, definition of the terms, important terms, statements of the central argument, listing of the main points to be covered. Then this is the 10%. After that, there is the main paragraph, that or division of body of the essay into various sub paragraphs, and every paragraph, as you know, as you could see, is divided into various sub factors or various aspects, starting from the topic sentence and then going into explanation as well as evidence, then evaluation, and then concluding sentence is also given at the end of the each paragraph. So a paragraph starts from the topic sentence, then elucidation is given from the general examples from life, as well as you could say some statistics or data taken from some previous researches there. And then in the light of the above data mentioned, you will evaluate and you will delineate as well as explain all those factors, and then will conclude. Similarly, all that particular uh, paragraph starts, you could say, and leads into the next paragraph that also connects it with the next paragraph using connected words or connections or transitional words such as in addition, moreover, similarly, likewise, besides. So you will be introduced to all these techniques later on during your course. And after, you could say, covering all those points such as strengths as well as weaknesses, argument as well as counter arguments, comparison as well as contradiction to related to that particular topic, then you would be asked to conclude. And conclusion is a kind of restatement of the central argument, summary of the main points, and then there would be final statement. So this should have 10% of the whole writing. So let's go back to our paper. So after writing an essay, you will be asked to express meanings and your understandings of idioms, and idiomatic phrases will be given to you, and you will be asked to elaborate the meanings of those in the form of writing sentences, and this would also carry 10 marks. So after attempting this question, the next would be translation of the passage from Urdu to English. So that passage will be given to you before, and you will have to use vocabulary in a technical way, where sense for sense translation as well as word for word translation would be taken into consideration. And while attempting and while using proper tenses and proper grammatical structure or word structure, you will have to uh, translate the words as well as ideas into the target language, that is English language, from the source language, that is your Urdu language. So this paragraph will also be having 15 marks. So students, you could see that how this second section, the section that belongs to grammar and essay writing, it has 40% of the weightage of your paper, whereas the rest of the 40% of the weightage of your paper would be from these two books, that are Mr. Chips as well as book 2. So students, you can easily download these books from the website of Punjab Curriculum Text Book Board, and that is displayed before you. And this website has the books from starting from, you could say, initial level till the uh, intermediate level, and the books that are displayed before you, these are downloadable books. You can download them for your consultation, understanding, and reading. With this, I'll end this video, and now you will see in the coming days each chapter will be elaborated into various videos where lectures would be given to you, and they would be uploaded to this YouTube channel for your convenience. Your teachers would teach you through this new medium of instruction. So stay tuned, and Allah Hafiz.